Hey guys, it's me, Gemix103, and today we are going to be covering the very basics of what you should be doing as soon as you load into Ark. Okay, so you'll see this is the beginner map, by the way, the one that you will always have as soon as you buy the game. So, check out my last video before you watch this one. I'll probably put a link in the description. That video pretty much tells you how to change all your settings and stuff like that. Okay. Anyways, I was weird. Anyways, so when you load into Ark, you're gonna be in this kind of dinosaur world. Basic settings: I for your inventory, left mouse button to punch, control also punches, C is crouch, X is to lay down, which recovers stamina more, H to show all your stats, E to pick stuff up, or hold E, and then if you're like wanting to open a dinosaur's inventory, press F. Okay, those are all the basic settings. Oh, tab for like, tab for commands like Gamma or a Force Tame or something like that. I recommend playing on Gamma 3. I don't know what it is on Xbox. Actually, I do, but I don't remember it. It was like super duper complicated. Just look at the video on it. I'm sure they're. Oh. Okay. Okay. So what you should be doing as soon as you go into Ark, open up your inventory and you will see the stone pick. You'll see it says 1 stone, 10 thatch, 1 wood. How to get that? Go onto the beach and look for a stone that looks like this, okay? Pick that up. Remember, pressing E. That's how we do that. Now walk up to a tree and hold left mouse button to punch the tree. And you will see that I got wood and thatch. Now go back into your inventory, go to the crafting tab right here, and double click, or E to craft one, or A if you want to craft as many as you can. Put that into your hotbar, or just press E to use it. Now, instead of punching a tree, also be careful when you do that, you do lose health. Instead of punching a tree, go up to a tree and just hit it with your hatchet. Or not hatchet, pick. A pick gives you more meat, flint, thatch, and there's probably some other stuff, but I can't think of it right now. But once you do that, you're gonna see that you have a level. Okay, it's gonna be really dramatic. It's gonna be like boom, I can't do it. Go in here, and you'll see I have 5 levels because I have my multipliers. So, the ones I recommend doing right off the bat is like that. If you have the first 5 levels, I recommend doing that. Now, you can see here, this is your engram list. Let's say I accidentally go into here. To get back to your engram list, you're going to go here. It shows you the points that you have up here and down here. Okay, so for level 2, let's just say I'm right there because I have multipliers, so it's going to be even higher. For level 2, you're going to these are going to be the first 2 things you're going to want to learn. Or these, sorry. Because you won't have enough for that. So you're going to want to learn the stone hatchet and the spear, okay? So now we can look at my inventory, and I can't make that. I need flint. To get flint, you're going to want to walk up to a stone and hit it with your pickaxe, okay? And then you can craft yourself a hatchet. A hatchet gets more stone, hide, and wood. Okay, there's probably more stuff, but I can't think of it right now. Those are all the basic ones that you're going to be learning, okay? Okay. So now that we have our hatchet, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to hit some trees, get some stuff, and grind out for a little bit, okay? You're going to notice that weight is a big problem. That's why I normally recommend upgrading weight at the very beginning. Okay. So now what you're going to want to do, right after you maybe hit a tree or 2, is you're going to want to get fiber for a spear. To get fiber, walk to a bush and hold E. You'll get fiber and you'll get a majority of berries, okay? And most of these berries are important and some aren't. The berries that aren't important yet are the Azula berries and the M berries. By what I know, those have no meaning. Medjols are best for taming herbivores. Narco berries are made for narcotic. And Tinto berries are used for medical brews. Probably drop these for now because those aren't too important until later game is when you'll be needing those. So drop those for now. Okay. So when you spawn on the Ark, you're gonna need to be close to water. I'd recommend building your first base right next to some water so that you have a good source. Okay. So when you the first place you're gonna spawn normally is around here. So be careful when you spawn here. There can be a raptor, a Spino, or a Therizino. Those can all be here. The Spinos, even though Spinosaurus are very scary, the aggro range in Ark is very, very low, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Okay. I'm getting off topic. Now that we have our fiber, let's go ahead and craft about 3 spears. I'd recommend that. Okay. Now you're going to want to drag the spear into your hopper. So we're going to go along this beach. And we'll see a variety of creatures. They're pretty much all passive. Stay away from those. Those will steal your stuff and are just very, very annoying to deal with until you get a bow and arrow. We got a turtle is passive, Pterodon passive, and dodos are passive, and sometimes a parasaur and a trike, and those are passive. And that over there is an iguanodon. There's a bunch of those up there, and they can wander down to down here. Those are passive. But right here, this is what we're looking for, the dodo. Oh yeah, you can also find oviraptors. Those are passive. And pagos, those steal your stuff. They're just very, very annoying, but not too deadly. Right here's a dodo. This is why we made the spears. You can just use your hatchet, but the dodos are definitely. Okay. So now we have killed a dodo. That is why we needed the spear. We've killed the dodo. Now we're gonna get either our pick or our hatchet. I recommend hatchet. And we're going to cut the dodo. Okay, we're gonna go into our inventory. We should have gotten some levels from that. Okay. We're gonna learn the campfire, the water skin, and cloth armor. That's probably around the level you'll be at this point. I have multipliers, so go ahead and learn yourself storage box as well. Mortar and pestle, narcotic, spark powder. I'll cover all of this. This will be a series, teaching you pretty much how to play Ark from beginner to end game, I'd say. So go ahead, make yourself a campfire, a water skin, and some basic armor to keep yourself safe. Armor doesn't do too much, but it does. So we're gonna press E on the campfire and just place it down on the ground. Press E to access or F, and put in the meat that you got from the dodo. And then put in your wood. Light the fire. The reason that I pointed out F is because pressing E will put out the fire, just like that. If you press F, it just opens this inventory immediately. No problem. So let's go into our inventory and go ahead and put on our armor. Or just press E to put it on immediately. Okay. So now you got your source of food and you got a source of water. What do you do next? Well, I would highly recommend getting started on a base. Unless you're on official. If you're playing on a server, do not get started on a base until around wood or stone, which is going to be very, very far away. So, go ahead and just use your pick. You're going to want to use your pick because unless your multipliers are insanely high, you probably won't get to wood. So, okay, never mind. Well, I didn't know what level wood was at. Apparently wood is at level 11. So, you're going to see this, so you're going to want to unlock this, but also unlock the bow and arrow, okay? And bolas, and a simple bed. Those are all the things that you want to learn at the beginning. Let me just scroll through. You already have these unlocked, by the way. Okay, that's everything you're going to want to have learned at the very beginning, okay? So now, go ahead and go into your crafting bar. Make a storage box. Try and get a bow if you can, but you don't need that right now. You can get that later. But drag these down into your inventory, okay? And this will pretty much let you craft this from your inventory instead of having to go into crafting everything. Okay. As I said, hatchet gets more wood. So use this to get the wood that you need. Okay. This is the reason I said get a storage box. You are going to get weighed down fast. It's going to happen. There's no avoiding it. So go ahead and put everything that you don't need right now in here. Okay. You're still going to be very weighed down. But crafting actually makes it so it will only weigh 4 instead of a bunch of that. It does eventually add up though. Okay. So I'd recommend getting about 4 foundations. 4 is about the amount that you'll need. And you can't harvest these when you have like a hatchet or a pick. So go ahead and get this stuff for 4 foundations. Go ahead, drag it off of your hotbar because you won't need that for now. Just do that. Okay. Go ahead and put your foundations into your hotbar. Now you're going to just place your floors down just like that. You'll have to constantly press it. So that's why I would recommend them in your hotbar. I have some levels here. Mainly go for weight before like anything. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're gonna get started on our walls. Okay. The reason that you want this is because where you spawn those birds, pagos, and dillos are gonna be very, very annoying. Don't worry, dillos are not as strong as they are in Jurassic Park. They kind of blind you, but you can still see. They will not pretty much insta-kill you. You don't have to worry about that. Go ahead and get yourself some walls. And also, you can only pick something up for 30 seconds. As soon as you place it down, you can see I can only demolish it, but if I go over here, it says I have 22 seconds to pick this up. I can pick it up, put it back down if I wasn't happy with where I placed it, and you can see I only have 30 seconds before I can place it down again. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put that right there and get this stuff for some walls. If you did a 4x4, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to need 7 walls, okay? That's what you're going to need. Unless you want too high, which I would honestly highly recommend doing too high, you're going to need a bunch more walls. So just craft quite a few walls. That will take, let's see, 7 and 8. That's 15. Okay, so that's going to take about 15 walls. Okay. The reason we will not place a wall right here is because we are actually going to place our door there. Okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and go get this stuff for our door. Okay. Door. Sweet. Okay. By the way, if you're ever wondering, I was very confused about this. If you can't see what it cost, make sure, let's say I turn that off. I can't see what it cost. Make sure that you always have that on. I don't even know why that's a setting, but that's just a quick reminder. I was very confused about that when I first started ARK, so yeah. Just a quick tip. Now go ahead and place your door frame down. When you get a door, you can put it there. Okay? Now let's go ahead and get our walls. The reason I like mine too high is because there's certain things in ARK that are too high that you're really going to want in your base. So, yeah. Okay. So just go ahead, break some trees, and get your walls, pretty much. All set up. That's all you have to do. Then, yeah, you'll pretty much be good for your first few days of ARK. This is pretty much all you have to do in the beginning. Pretty easy. More and more you play, the more and more it will make sense. Try and get both of your health and your weight to 200, and try and get your stamina to 150, and then decide if you want more health or weight then, I would say. So go ahead, this is your engram list again. Pretty much learn anything you really want here. Some things that you probably shouldn't learn, I would say blood extraction, unless you're on Genesis. That a wooden sign, multi-panel flag, a compass. Well, you're gonna have to learn a compass at some point. Training dummy, carbonus saddle. I never tamed a carbonus. I mean, I did when I first started, but they're not actually that useful. Probably don't learn a parasaur saddle, or don't learn a parasaur saddle until you probably tame one. You're gonna have to learn this at some point, but yeah. Also, don't learn this unless you want sloped roofs. I know it's called a roof, but in Ark they're actually called ceilings. They're not called roofs. So yeah. If you're unofficial, don't learn windows. Right here, you're gonna want to learn the large storage box. Probably don't learn a gravestone removal unless you want to, unless you want to honor the dinosaur that you had. The raft you can make if you want to travel water. Trike saddle, you're gonna probably want to learn that, but not until you tame a trike, obviously. So all this stuff will be covered in later videos. Yeah. So what you're gonna want to do right now is really just get your base set up. That's all you're really gonna want to do. Okay. So go ahead, get yourself your walls. I already have all the walls that I need. Now you're gonna go and look at ceilings. Ceilings are fairly expensive. They're not too expensive, but they're relatively expensive. I'm gonna put that in my hotbar. Oh well. So go ahead and get 4 of those so that you can cover your whole base. Okay, let's go here. 1, 2, 3. I can only make 3. Let's make 1 more. 4. Okay, go ahead and make 2 or more large storage boxes. The reason you want to make the large ones, even though they are too high, which is why you need to make your base too high. They're just barely too high, but yeah, is because these only have 15 slots. And 15 is not that much, to be honest with you. 15 is definitely not a good amount unless you're starting out. That's why they're the starting chests. So there you go. Let's get a door. Can I get a door? I haven't learned a door. How have I not learned a door? I don't know. Can I make a door? No, I cannot. Let me go make a door quickly. Okay. So you're gonna need to get your wood, head back to base, make yourself a door. Unless you don't want a door. You don't have to have a base. Bases are just, they're gonna make the game a little bit easier. Unless you're on a server. I would 100% recommend a base on a server. Or else you're not gonna survive on there. Okay. The reason that these are better, try to save space in your base, by the way. And so kind of have them clipping in and out, even if it doesn't look pretty. If you want a pretty base, don't do it like that. But if you don't honestly care, just do it like that. Is because these have 45 slots each, so these are much, much better. You know, actually, I do kind of want mine to look nice. So, if you didn't turn on the collision setting, you won't be able to do this. So, or you won't be able to do that. So, yeah. I might turn that off. I might not. I don't know. Okay. Just like that. So, you could put your wood in one and thatch in another. It's just very, very useful. Okay. Now that you've done that, the last thing you're going to want to do is probably make a bow and arrow. Yeah, those guys are very annoying. You're going to want to make a bed and a bow and arrow, I would say. Let's go up here and get my... Okay, as you can see, also, I am hungry. Oh, you suck. Okay, you're going to want to put that in your hotbar. So you can just... Let's go ahead and make our bow and arrow. Some wood. We're going to need thatch for arrows. Arrows take thatch, or 2 thatch, 1 flint, and 2 fiber for 1 arrow. So, they're relatively cheap. You're going to need a bunch of them, though, so... Make sure you stock up on arrows. Also, if you want, you can make a bola. This pretty much stops some creatures like the parasaur, the itchy, the pego, Dillos, stuff like that. They stop those. So yeah, go ahead and put that in your hotbar unless you don't want that in your hotbar. Yeah, if you kill the Itchy, if he took like one of your weapons or something, you will get it back. But if he takes some of your food or something, you will not get that back. So I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Be aware of Itchies because they will just eat your food if they get their hands on it. Okay, let's go ahead and make ourselves our bed. What do we need? Our fiber. So as I said in the last video, the beginning of Ark is kind of a grind, so you're gonna have to get used to that. But in my opinion, that is one of the things that makes Ark a really enjoyable game. There are some bugs that you're gonna have to get used to, but there's probably some mods that are gonna change that. So yeah. Over time, is if you play on PC, you will go to find like mods that you will like and you will enjoy. So yeah. Okay, now that we have our bed, the reason you want a bed is it will allow you to respawn right here. Okay, so now we have our bed. Let's just go ahead and put our stuff in here. Besides our arrows, we need our arrows on us pretty much at all times. And in the next video, I think we will cover the metal instead of stone. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the video there. I hope this was helpful to anybody trying to figure out how to start out Ark. And I will be doing a whole series on this, covering everything you need to know from beginning to end. Okay, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next one.